What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. The trade deadline just does not stop. Earlier today, I guess over the past couple days, we've had reports about Kevin Durant to the Warriors. Then it came out that Kevin Durant doesn't want to go to the Warriors, and then Jimmy Butler doesn't want to sign an extension with the Warriors. The Warriors turned their attention to Jimmy Butler, and now here we are. Jimmy Butler has officially been traded to the Golden State Warriors. Details are still coming out as I'm recording this right now. Sounds like Utah might be in the trade. Detroit's in the trade. It could be a 4-team trade. Schroeder may be going to Utah. But let's go ahead and jump into this Jimmy Butler Golden State Warriors rebuild after he's been traded to the Warriors in 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Let's start off by saying I like this trade for all parties involved. I don't exactly know what the first round pick is just yet. Like I said, we're kind of waiting on details at the moment. But I guess when we find that out, I'm assuming it'll be tweeted. I'll probably send that pick out. But Warriors are finally being aggressive, and Jimmy Butler actually signed an extension with the Warriors too, which is nice. It's like a new 2-year deal. And then the Miami Heat are finally getting off Jimmy Butler. The drama was just going on for way too long. It is finally over. Bobby Clement isn't exactly in the trade. I just have to throw in a player in here to obviously make it work in 2K. So yeah, Wiggins is going to Miami. Kyle Anderson's going to Miami. Sounds like Schroeder might be going to Utah. I'm not 100% sure. Lenny Waters and Josh Richards going to Detroit. So Utah and Detroit obviously are just playing facilitator. It sounds like if Utah is actually in the trade. That was by Jake Fisher. Jams hasn't said anything about Utah, but I like this trade for everyone involved. Obviously, I'll probably have a different reaction maybe another time, but right now I'm feeling good about this. I think getting off Jimmy Butler is exactly what we needed to do, and Golden State going in on Jimmy Butler is exactly what they needed to do to give Steph, Draymond another chance. So really liking this, and now Jimmy Butler is a Golden State Warrior, and I feel like the Warriors, have really striked out and trying to get anybody to come play with Stephen Curry, and they finally have succeeded by acquiring Jimmy Butler. It's awesome. So it's actually a 5-team trade. Apparently, the Toronto Raptors are also involved, so pretty chaotic right now. But Schroeder's headed to Utah. Kyle Anderson's headed to Toronto. I'm not really going to worry about all the other teams right now. Obviously, our main focus is Jimmy Butler and the Warriors. I would love to know what that first-round pick is. That way, I don't use it if it's like a 2025. If I had to guess, Protected First tells me that it's probably a 2025 lottery pick or top 10 or something along the lines of that, but I don't see any details on it just yet. Now, I did go ahead and give Jimmy Butler his extension as well. Also, I put Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy Butler's peak end age all the way up, so this video will have some shelf life, and these guys just don't regress like crazy, and we'd have no chance at all. I obviously did a Jimmy Butler Warriors rebuild a long time ago about a what-if scenario, and it actually did happen. I don't even remember what the trade was in that video. I'd have to go look back at it. But I'm guarantee it didn't feature Dennis Schroeder, who just got here. So, not that long ago. But Stephen Curry, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, Podziemski, Gary Payton, and Kevon Looney is your brand new rotation for this Warriors roster. We can also run a Taman rotation. That way we can get Moses and Moody involved too. So let's just go ahead and submit the rest of this season. Right now, the Warriors find themselves at 25-24, 11th seed in the Western Conference. Jimmy Butler's shot tendency is extremely low. We need him to be the second guy next to Stephen Curry, which is why the Warriors wanted to do this in the first place. They tried for Kevin Durant. He didn't want to come here. Jimmy Butler would be the next available option, and they're not wasting time. I love this for the Warriors. They're finally doing something to get Stephen Curry help, and they did it. So we'll see how this season goes here in 2K. As soon as we know the first round pick, which I'm going to guess it's a 2025 first since it's protected, but I could be wrong. We shall see. I'll see y'all at the end of year 1. I'm excited to kind of see what 2K thinks of the new Jimmy Butler Warriors, but it has finally happened. Jimmy Butler has finally been traded. It was a drama-filled couple of months, or however long it went on. It felt like it went on for a very long time. And I was correct. So at the end of the season, Shea wins MVP, but Golden State is in fact sitting a Miami 2025 top 10 protected first. So it's top 10 protected. So I actually wasn't paying attention to see if we made the playoffs or not. That's probably pretty important to look at, but just trying to make sure I wasn't missing any details. 46-36 for Executive of the Year. So I guess since I made the Jimmy Butler trade, I get Executive of the Year. I don't know. But that's what happened. So All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team. So Stephen Curry gets the All-NBA third team nod, which is awesome. All-Defensive first team and All-Defensive second team. So we're actually in the play-in tournament. So our pick, like I said, is only top 10 protected. So if it falls out of the top 10, we need to send it to Miami. 27.5 from Stephen Curry, 19 from Jimmy Butler, 15 from Kuminga, and then you had 11.5 from Buddy Hield, 8 from Podziemski, 8 from Draymond Green, and 8 from Trace Jackson Davis. Also, guys, I've been saying it, but I will be live tomorrow also for the trade deadline. So come hang out with me, which is why I'm probably going to be dropping this video tonight as I'm recording this, because there might be more trade. I mean, with the way this trade deadline is going, man, we might get some big trades tomorrow. I don't know. This might be the last big one, though. We shall see. We might lose the first leg of the plan, though. Unfortunately, we do. So we could be in trouble here. We don't get a win right now. But it may not be the worst thing in the world to get our pick back, because that could give us... Oh, I didn't mean to click simulate play-in, but we beat the Rockets to get in. So that's nice. Damn, the Rockets fell off so hard. They were like... aren't they like a top 4 seed in real life right now? And they just... Okay, that's interesting. Or the 8th seed, so I guess I can't complain. So, and also the Warriors did it without trading Podziemski or Kuminga, which is good. They've always wanted to keep those guys together, and they succeeded in doing that. Let's see if we can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in round 1. My bet says no, because obviously the Thunder are the best team potentially in the league, depending on who you ask. Or somebody current round against the Thunder, and we're pushing them to 7, so maybe we win a game 7 on the road to get to the second round. It's not impossible. And it's going to be a close one. Do we get back in it or no? No, looks like well, it's a 5-point game with 4 minutes left. This is actually not impossible. We may get back in this. Do we do that, though? Let's see. 5-point game with 2 minutes left. I don't think it's going to happen for us. Oh, it's close, but no. I think we lost. I think we lost in this first season. So we made the playoffs, but obviously get sent home in 7, which we put up a great fight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I do think there's hope for us, obviously adding to this and potentially building on this as the Mavericks go on to win it all, beat the Knicks in 7 games. So LeBron James is going to call it a career, but I'm going to make sure he doesn't call it a career. The Heat are receiving, so the Heat are receiving a 2025 top. Like I said, it's like a 5-team trade. It's absolute chaos. But we got the Warriors side right. Obviously, we'll update things, or 2K will at least, or at least they should. 2K, I know you're not watching this, but please update the draft picks being traded as well. I might have to just make my own file with that, because it's quite annoying that the draft picks, like, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if it'll show you guys anymore, but before I did the Jimmy trade, I, redid the Bulls, Kings, and Spurs trade for the draft picks to be correct. This is already a pain to deal with anyway. But to the draft lottery we go, even though this doesn't matter for us because we made the playoffs. We just need to send our pick to Miami. The Washington gets the number 1 overall pick after being bad. They just got Chris Middleton. We did the Kuzma Bucks rebuild earlier today. You want to go watch it. We're going to keep Steve Kerr, though, as the head coach, and we just need to send our pick to Miami, like I said. So let's go ahead and do that right now because we don't have this pick anymore. So Miami, and then we shouldn't even have this Pistons pick either, I don't think. Or no, because I got like a 2029 pick, never mind, from Detroit, just for the trade to go through. But back to Miami. I was thinking about the Pistons, sorry. So Miami, take this pick because it does belong to you. I'll just take the last second rounder you can give me. All right, so on to player options. So what do we do next, though, to fill out around this roster? Keeping Podziemski and Kuminga was awesome. We'll accept Guy Santos as well. To me, it's obviously all about the 5 spot. We need to find a way to upgrade our center position, so that is going to be the goal. So Kuminga will be re-signed to a nice little deal. We'll probably sign Gary Payton because, he's been a kind of a big part of the Warriors' do. Even when he signed somewhere else, he got traded back to the Warriors that same season. As a Blazers fan, I remember that like it was yesterday. But regardless, let's see what our rotation's looking like. So Stephen Curry, point guard, Brandon Podziemski, Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield would be the salary to trade out right now. And then Gary Payton, we just got back. Moses Moody might have to be sent out too. Because to me, we just need a better starting center. I like Trace Jackson-Davis. We did sign Kevon Looney to an extension. Got a Visage potentially in the second round with that Pistons pick, which is nice, but he's not going to be a contributor right away. So yeah, like usual, it's the center position for me. We only sent out a pick, for Jimmy Butler, so we still have control of all of our future picks, which is a good thing. So now we need to figure out what center could we go after, because Jackson-Davis, as much as I like him, he just doesn't develop very much in 2K at all. We need to go get a 5-man to truly complete this roster, in my personal opinion. Let's go see if we can fetch that somewhere. So centers that immediately come to mind, obviously, are like Jakob Poeltl. You got, I don't know, who else? Obviously, I've gotten Kessler like so many times lately, so we won't be going for that. But all these teams are currently buying, so we're going to have to and then the Nets think they're contending for some reason. I guess they drafted one of the good players in the draft, and now they think they're contenders. Like Claxton immediately comes to mind. I was thinking about Indiana's Miles Turner as well. There's once again kind of trade rumors revolving him. But like Jakob Poeltl, who is on an expiring contract, could be enticing to me. Or we could go for Miles Turner or something along the lines of that. So I am going to start with Jakob Poeltl because his contract is probably going to be the easiest to match. Turner is there too, don't get me wrong. But we should be able to get to Jakob Poeltl's salary, which is why I want to do this. So it might mean Moses Moody's contract as well as in this trade because, you know, we don't really have other outgoing salaries to send out. So Buddy Hield, Moses Moody, and let's say our 2026 first rounder unprotected for Jakob Poeltl. Would Toronto agree to this? They do not. I don't know if I could get to 2 first. That might be a little deep in my opinion. And all it took was throwing a Visage in here. And just like that, we have Jakob Poeltl be our brand new starting center. So I actually like that a lot. Gives us our brand new 5-man to really bolster this roster even further. Kuminga should develop even more, which is nice. And then what we could also do is we can move Jimmy Butler to shooting guard and then move Kuminga to the small forward because he'll go up in overall. So that's probably what we'll do now. Jimmy doesn't go down in overall either, which is really nice. So we'll do something along the lines of that. And we'll look at secondary position in just a second. But I do like that a lot. So that gives us a brand new 5-man down low with Jakob Poeltl. 85 overall. Kuminga is up to an 84 now. Butler stays in 86, which is good. Like I said, I made it sure that Draymond, Steph, and Butler didn't regress because I wanted this video to have a chance to win a championship. If those guys regress, we would have like no chance at all. Kevon Looney right now is kind of like our 8th man off the bench. Obviously, I don't really want to have 2 centers off the bench right now. So, I mean, what do we want to do? So, we probably should be... Yeah, I should probably try to upgrade our forward spot somehow. I don't know if we'll be able to. That is going to be my idea, though. So let's see. If we could trade... Let's say we trade Kevon Looney and Quentin Post, maybe. Could we get like a... Okay, so like Yabusele from Philadelphia, I'm already feeling that right away. That could be a really good trade for us. Collier, which is kind of an interesting throw-in. Ron Holmes, Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd actually really catches my attention. Indiana really wants to do that, but... Philadelphia, give me Yabusele. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to get Gershon Yabusele from Philadelphia. We'll move him to power forward to really be a backup there. So he's up in overall too. So very happy to have grabbed him in that trade. Now we go look at this team all together for the lineup in year number 2, which I'm very optimistic about. So proficiency is a 4-star currently at perimeter centric, but if we move this to a balanced, it also is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and move this to a balanced system just to be safe because I just like, I like the balanced system for the most part. So we'll see what the rotation's looking like after that. We obviously have made some sacrifices here with like Moses Moody being gone now, but Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, and Jakob Poeltl. Honestly, I feel like this gives Stephen Curry a chance to get one more ring, hopefully. This is a lineup that I really like. Podziemski, Trace Jackson-Davis, Yabusele, and Gary Payton. I can rock with that. Yeah, I like that a lot. So now when we look at the player, or sorry, not the player stats, but proficiency is still 4-star. And one other thing I wanted to fix, I didn't get to fix this earlier, is I wanted to fix not Stephen Curry, but Jimmy Butler's secondary position because he doesn't have a secondary position. So that looks good. And then it looks like everybody has a secondary position. So that looks good. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. Year 1 was okay. We pushed the Thunder to 7. But obviously, we have higher standards than that. We're trying to get Stephen Curry one more championship. So far, we're on a around 500 record. But I'm assuming with a little bit of time, we'll go on a run here and be hopefully a top 4 seed in the West at the very least. So at the end of year number 1, Shea wins MVP. Or sorry, year number 2, Shea wins MVP. Harper is your rookie of the year in a Washington Wizards uniform. So instead of drafting like Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey, they took Dylan Harper at number 1. Cooper Flagg ends up in New Orleans. Wemby defensive player. Banton most improved, and Shea's also clutch player. Steve Kerr, though, is your coach of the year as we went 60-22. So yeah, record ended up being pretty damn good, which I'm very ecstatic about. Stephen Curry averaged 34.5 points per game at the age of 38. Yeah, we'll absolutely take that. Thank you for that, Stephen Curry. It probably helps that I push his peak end age like to where he doesn't regress. So yeah, that is very helpful to trying to win here. But we're the first seed in the Western Conference. All right, so we pushed the Thunder to 7 last year, and I feel like we got better by getting Kuminga in the starting 5, which... By the way, we haven't given him a secondary position either, I just noticed. So, whoops, let's not do it that way. Okay, there we go. This is what we want to do. All right, so we're going to push the secondary position to small forward, or sorry, power forward, and now we can see if we can go on a run. So we get Sacramento, which, of course, they have added Zach LaVine to trade deadline. They're starting Malik Monk and Devin Carter, though. LaVine is coming off the bench. They also just traded for Jonas Valanciunas in real life, but instead they have Capella right now. Obviously, going home in round 1 would be pretty brutal, so hopefully that is not what happens. And we are going to be up 3-2, and we do beat them in 6. We get out of round 1 this year, and San Antonio beat OKC pretty easily. But now we get to deal with the De'Aaron Fox San Antonio Spurs, which De'Aaron Fox, I believe, is making his Spurs debut tonight against the Atlanta Hawks. He made an impact already. And also, Kyle Anderson may not be headed to Toronto. like I said, it's a lot of confusion right now, but at least we got the Warriors side right. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm going to give the Spurs their respect, though, and go game by game here. So game 1 goes to us. Good start. Blew them out, too. They evened it up, though. They blew us out in that scenario. But we win on their home floor, which is good. We need to win again. And we do. Can we get to... No, we're going to a game 6. Okay. I'm going to simcast game 6 because I prefer not to go to a game 7 with San Antonio. That would be very terrifying. I don't want to deal with Wemby for another game. So just win it here, please. And it looks like we might be... Well, yeah, we're going to a game 7, aren't we? Yep, we are. So game 7 is on the way. We lose by 11. Oh, wow. Toronto portion fell through. Holy moly. So, Shams is saying Miami's working through a resolution with Kyle Anderson. Toronto portion fell through. Source said he could stay or be moved. A massive deal with many moving parts. Like I said, it's complete chaos right now, man. So many teams involved. All right, so game 7. I mean, we did this earlier today where we went to an 8-man rotation in some of these scenarios. So, I'm going to do that again. That leaves Gary Payton out of the lineup. But we probably need to win this because I think this is our best chance at winning this year. The close game right now, and we took the lead for a second, but they take it back. Oh my gosh, this is a 3-point game. We might have to jump in and watch this bad boy. Can we... Okay, it's a 1-point game. 4-point game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I think we jump in and watch this and see if we can't come back into this because we don't want to lose in game 7, obviously. I won't be playing this out because I know when I play, things just go disastrous. So, all right, here goes nothing. So let's see if the Warriors can come out here and make something happen. Draymond Green, I need you to get the ball in. Are we about to get a fight? What is going on? Okay, he finally got the... What is this lineup, by the way? Is that Yabusele? Trace... Oh my gosh, dude. I literally can't stand 2K with their lineups. It makes no sense to me at all. Yabusele has the ball. Bro, call a timeout and get this lineup off the freaking floor right now. Where is Jimmy Butler? Where is Kuminga? Okay, Yabusele is going to... Dude, I can't watch this. I got to jump in and call a timeout. What am I watching right now? I don't understand 2K. I mean, I get it. You want a lengthy lineup right now, but dude, like that is not the move. You have all 4 of our centers on the floor right now in crunch time. How on earth does that make sense? I don't get it. Call a freaking... Dude, put our starters in right now. Man, 2K's engine is so obsessed with just all the bigs on the floor. I don't understand it whatsoever. It makes no sense to me, but that is like literally what... I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I don't know why I'm surprised, and this is why I'm playing now because I just... we lost probably, but I mean, I just... that's the type of stuff that just makes no sense to me. Why do we have all 5 of our bigs on the floor with Stephen Curry in this scenario? I'm just going to shoot a 3 because we probably lost. Yeah, so we lost. We lost this game 7 in round 2. I don't know what the hell that lineup was in crunch time, but 2K, bro, I know you're never going to fix it, but bro, that is just the dumbest thing. I mean, you got to fix that crap. It's just so stupid. It does not make any sense that that's the lineup. I mean, we hit a shot here to make it a 6-point game with Jimmy Butler, so maybe we can make something happen here. But there's a minute 18 left on the clock, and now Fox is going to shoot a 3. And he's going to miss it. If we can hit a 3 with Stephen Curry here, we might have a chance to get back in this game. But it's a big if. I need a screen and I need an open shot. I'm going to shoot it. And that's just, yeah, that's too deep. This is why I don't usually play because I'm horrible. But let's see. So they're going to go to De'Aaron Fox in the corner. He's going to shoot a 3. He's going to miss it. So he didn't really waste any time either by shooting that up. So let's try to take a better shot here as I think I literally just almost backcourt violated that. But whatever. So Kuminga, 3. For a... Nope. All right. I'm going to end it there, guys. We lost this series. Yeah, that lineup on the floor is just brutal in crunch time. I don't get it at all. So San Antonio and Denver is now in the final, or the conference finals, and it's going to be Knicks and Spurs in the championship. And the Knicks beat the Spurs, but Wemby won finals MVP. So LeBron James is going to call it a career there. So second season championship was very much on the table. If we had won that game 7... definitely, we were up 3-2 also, so we really can't be complaining. We had a chance and we just didn't take advantage. So let's get to NBA draft night. Obviously, our pick is headed to Toronto from the Jakob trade, so nothing to see here. We have an early 2nd round pick, so let's go see what they get us. So Kelly Marshall, welcome to the Warriors. Jakob, we will accept Draymond Green's player option, but Jakob will definitely be, acquired back to, and then Guy Santos as well. So, Guy Santos going to re-sign him. Going to re-sign Jakob obviously. And then Mo Bamba's not a bird rights guy, but I thought he was. So, Guy Santos, Jakob And then we want to resign. Well, I think we resigned Yabusele too, didn't we? Or did we not? I don't know if we did or not. I think he was a restricted free agent, actually, which is kind of interesting. But we do have money to sign another good player, which is good. The Podziemski, Gary Payton. To me, I think going after Isaac could actually be pretty beneficial. I mean, Caruso, if he wasn't going to regress, he'd be awesome too. But I'm going to go after Jonathan Isaac because he's only 20 years old, so shouldn't regress too much. And then if Yabusele comes back, that would give us a lot of size off the bench, which 2K would just be in love with also on top of that. So let's see if Yabusele is back on his qualifying offer. He is. So that's awesome to have that. So Butler's up to an 88. Kuminga up to an 85. Draymond Green, 84. Podziemski, 81. Santos up to a 77. But how this rotation is about to look will be very interesting because we're going to have to move things around clearly because we have no backup three. Well, Gary Payton's regressed too much. So do we move Yabusele there? Where did that go? I was fixing the... I guess I can't do it. I'm in that. I don't know. Okay. So Yabusele, we're obviously going to leave at power forward. Isaac would go down, so we won't move him either. Santos actually goes... he stays the same. So I guess he'll be our brand new backup three, and then Yabusele and Isaac will play backup power forward minutes. So, like I said, a lot of size off the bench, which is nice to have. But this is probably our last chance to win a championship if I had to guess. Because Steph, it could be calling it a career here soon. So hopefully the game plan is to win it this year. We've taken we got first rounded, first season, went to 7, lost in game 7 in round 2. So maybe this time we can make it to the conference finals, but win game 7 or avoid a game 7 altogether. That would be even better. But all right, let's see what we do in year number 3. I'm optimistic once again that it could swing our way, but we shall see. So power ranking lands us 13th overall. We're up to a 4.5 proficiency, so not much to complain about there. We can obviously go back to kind of a 9 rotation for this. But Butler, Curry, Kuminga, Draymond, Portal, Podziemski, Trace Jackson-Davis, Yabusele, and Jonathan Isaac. So that does leave Guy Santos on rotation, which is fine. We'll see how it goes, man. I will see y'all at the end of year number 3. Expectations are very high. We'll see if it pays off. So yeah, I do think that maybe pushing peak end dates could be a little bit of a cheat code, but it's better than them regressing like crazy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. What do you guys think? Should I maybe chill on that? Because Steph averaging 35 at the age of 39 probably doesn't make much sense. Obviously he's still a great player, but he's not this kind of Stephen Curry anymore. But he wins MVP, which is fun. Boozer's a rookie of the year. Clint Capella, 6th man. Wemby defensive player. Laravia most improved in Miami. Jalen Brunson clutch player. And Steve Kerr, as you can see, with Stephen Curry being so damn good, we went 69-13, almost 170 freaking games. So Steph is all NBA first team. The man just is on another planet right now. We don't have anybody joining alongside him. Obviously, he's the one scoring all the points. And I don't know, is Draymond making all defensive first teams again? No, not really, not this time. All rookie first team and all rookie second team. But we're the first team in the West, so obviously the ultimate goal is to win a championship. 26 from Jimmy Butler, though. 14.5 for Kuminga, 10 from Podziemski, 9 from Draymond, and then 7 from Trace Jackson-Davis, 7 and 7 from Jakob Poeltl. So we draw the Kings once again. We beat them last year, so expectations would be to beat them again. They lost DeMar DeRozan, and Levine is now starting, so I guess we'll see how it goes. We dropped game 1, but we win the next 4, which is good. And now we play the San Antonio Spurs, so we pushed them to 7 couple years ago, but the team is only getting better, and they added J-Dub as well, so that makes them even more terrifying. This one could be tough, but we have a prime Stephen Curry on our hands, I guess, because I've made it that way. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0, so far so good. Yeah, I think we might need to have a conversation about moving the peak end age. I should probably move it up maybe a little bit, but maybe not as much as I do, because again, this is not Stephen Curry. I don't know, man. I don't know if he has this in him anymore. He might. Maybe I'm wrong. We get in the conference finals, so we have taken the next step. We've gone from round 1 to round 2 to the conference finals, but we get to play Dallas or New Orleans. I think I'd rather play Dallas because New Orleans has Cooper Flag now, but we may not get that wish, and we do get New Orleans. So Chicago and Cleveland on the other side. DeJounte Murray, Hawkins, Ingram. Cooper Flag's coming off the bench, which is very interesting. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Brandon Boston. Trey Murphy, wasn't he an 86 overall updated in 2K, and now he's down? Wow, this man has been doing nothing, I guess, for the Pelicans. Okay, well, we have a tough one on our hands with Cooper Flag coming off the bench. So game 1 goes to us, though. That's a good start. Game 2, they even it up. They blow us out there. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 hopefully would go to us, and it does. And do we go up in 5? Yes, okay. And funny enough, we actually get a Cleveland and Golden State rematch in the finals. That's pretty funny, actually. So Garland, Mitchell, Coro, Mobley, Allen. It's the same Cavaliers team we all know and love right now. Currently, they're a damn good team in real life right now. First in the Eastern Conference. So it would be awesome to end this video with a championship, though, beating a familiar team we've seen in the finals plenty of times. What was that, like 4 times in a row? As we're up 1-0 to start things off, we go up 2-0. Are we going to do it to them? Are we going to sweep the Cavaliers? I think we are, unless we blow a 3-0 lead, but no, we don't. All right, a conversation has to be had, but 40 points per game in the finals from Stephen Curry. I'm sure Warriors fans enjoyed it regardless. But yeah, might have to stop messing with peak end age. Maybe on some players, but this was maybe a little too much. I won't lie to you guys, but I still had fun. I hope you guys did too. Remember, I will be live streaming tomorrow, probably all morning. I'll probably go live like 4 hours before the deadline even starts or something like that, because I just love to have fun with y'all. I don't know if we'll get another big trade tomorrow. That'll be interesting to kind of see, but I'll leave it with that as I just punch the mic. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. See you tomorrow on the live stream. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.